Hi, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Divi. I guess you were absent for last class, I guess, right?
No, sir. I was present.
Great. Fine. I go hope everyone is fine and doing well. And let us start the current affairs session. Just give me a second. Is my screen visible to you
No, sir.
now?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. So this topic is regarding Operation Karuna. This year, from month of January, in fact, from last few years, we have series of operation launched by government of India to help several countries. I will bring all those operations, but before that, let me explain with Operation Karuna. Operation Karuna is in news recently. This topic comes under General Studies Paper 1 of Civil Service Examination Prelims. Civil Service Examination Prelims under the topic Events of National Importance. Events of national importance. For other public service commission exam, for other public service commission exams like West Bengal Public Service Commission exams or Chhattisgarh Public Service Commission exam or some other public, it comes under places in news. Places in news. Okay. So one should have aware about such kind of information not only for civil service examination but also for the public service commission exam and for the SSC exams. Now what is Operation Karuna is about? It is a aid and assistance program, launched by India to the country Myanmar. Okay, to the country Myanmar, India launched this operation called as Operation Karuna. Okay, that is a basic information we can understand Operation Karuna, and this is to aid and assist. This operation is to aid and assist the cyclone hit area Myanmar. The cyclone name is Mocha. So Myanmar affected by cyclone Mocha, and India launched this operation to help Myanmar. Very simple topic. It was a simple topic. Just try to remember. Further, after understanding cyclone Mocha and Myanmar and Operation Karuna, one should have an idea about different operations launched by government of India in the recent past. Let me tell you one by one. In 2022, we have Operation Ganga to help to evict people from Ukraine. To evict people from Ukraine. Operation Ganga. Okay. And this year in 2023, we have in the month of January Operation Dost to help Turkey and Syria. Can anyone tell me why these countries? Because these countries were affected by?
Earthquake.
Absolutely correct, Shekhar. Earthquake. We discussed this even in our current affairs classes. So that is one important thing. Okay. And right. So and then we have now Operation Karuna. In between, we have Sudan crisis. To evict people from Sudan, we launched Operation Kaveri. So all these informations are important. For those who are writing prelims this year, locations are important. Turkey, Syria, Sudan, Ukraine, locations are very important. And for those who are giving priority to the Public Service Commission exams, SSC exams, the capitals, the presidents, and the currencies of these particular countries are very, very important. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. I would like to tell you one more information. If the examiner want to test your knowledge at a deeper extent, okay, beyond the current affairs, then he will goes to the states which are bordering Myanmar. So Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram are the states which are having border with Myanmar. Am I clear? In fact, the recent Myanmar crisis, one of the reason is migrants from Myanmar also. Clear, ma? So Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram are the states which are sharing boundary with Myanmar. Let us say the question went to further extend. So which paramilitary force borders or guards this area? Assam Rifles. Specialty of Assam Rifles, oldest paramilitary force established in 1835. Same question asked in 2006 prelims paper. Direct question. Which among the following? Sorry, not 2006. I guess in 2015 or 14 paper. Which among the following paramilitary force is the oldest paramilitary force? Assam Rifles. Clear? One article I covered almost 2-3 dimensions. One, Operation Karuna. We are very clear about Operation Karuna. As Myanmar affected by cyclone Mocha, we launched this Operation Karuna. I revised our recent operations Ganga to evict people from Ukraine, Dost to help the Turkey and Syria, which are affected by earthquake. Then we have Kaveri, which are to evict people from Sudan. Then I told you Myanmar shares boundary with Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram, and it is bordered by Assam Rifles, oldest paramilitary forces in India. Topic over. I will wait for 30 seconds. Please post your doubts if you have anything. Okay. Topic 2. The second article or the news is recently Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav, introduced some tigers from Jim Corbett National Park to Rajaji Reserve. So, I am these two parks are one is Jim Corbett National Park, we should have an idea, and Rajaji Tiger Reserve, we should have an idea. I will try to explain about Rajaji National Park. And I request you to read about Jim Corbett National Park. I will tell you, just type Jim Corbett National Park UPSC, you will get a clarity about it. You can take any other one online platform, you can read. Don't read 10 to 20. Okay. Now, before going to explain this Rajaji National Park, in 1972, after the Global Tiger Summit, India brought attention towards the tiger conservation by establishing National Tiger Conservation Authority. This National Tiger Conservation Authority will designate tiger reserves. And these tiger reserves will have a dedicated routes for the movement of tigers. Okay, so very importantly, we have some special tiger reserves in India. One of them is Jim Corbett. And this year, the first one is Jim Corbett. This year in 2023, we have 54th tiger reserve, that is Guru Ghasidas. Guru Ghasidas, which is located in Chhattisgarh. My dear friends, the first one is, it is Bandipur Tiger Reserve, not Jim Corbett. Bandipur Tiger Reserve is the first one, just remember. Now, we will try to get information about the Rajaji National Park. Before that, let me revise what we discussed so far. I told you that some young tigers introduced from Jim Corbett National Park to Rajaji National Park. And here, before going to explain about Rajaji National Park, I gave you brief background regarding tiger protection in India. For tiger protection in India, we have National Tiger Conservatory Authority, and this will designate tiger reserves. And this tiger reserves, right now 54 are there. The 54th one recently announced, Guru Ghasidas. Just remember this name. Coming to the important elements one should remember regarding national park or any national park. I'm not talking about only Rajaji National Park. First and foremost one, regarding national parks, you should have about national park, you should know about its location, its geography, and its flora, its fauna. Not everything, ma. Some of the important flora and fauna, and last but not least, any special information with respect to them. For example, if you take a Seshachalam Bioreserves, which is asked in UPSC exam, it consists of the famous temple, Balaji temple. So whoever preparing for civil service examination, whoever reading the topic of national parks, they should have an ability. Geography, it includes forest, what type of forest they had, rivers, what type of rivers they had, and everything. Now here is the point I want to confirm. The Rajaji National Park location located in Uttarakhand. First is done. Uttarakhand. And geography, it located in the Shivalik ranges. Located in the Shivalik ranges. Okay, Shivalik ranges. And here is the most important point I want to confirm here. This particular Rajaji National Park, Rajaji National Park is very popular for its unique climate, because apart from this Shivalik things, there is even a beautiful climate of Western Himalayas here. Western Himalayas here, just remember the most important thing. Understood? So it got tiger reserve status. So the famous species are tiger, elephant, leopards, tiger, elephant, leopards, sloth bear, etc. Sloth bear, etc. are the quite important species here. Quite important species here. Do remember that. Okay. So this is information regarding your Rajaji National Park. Clear, ma? So please try to work out information regarding Jim Corbett National Park. Try to get the information. It is very important for the examination point of view. Jim Corbett National Park is in news repeatedly in this year. Please focus about it. Clear? My main concern is you should know how to write notes for the national parks. Location, geography, flora, fauna, any other special features, you should have an idea. Am I clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Only Kaushal said
Sir.
yes. Fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
I have a doubt regarding this news that why is it usually that tigers are moved from one national park to another? Main reason, or it might be asked to few reasons too.
See, there are 3 to 4 main points given by Government of India in their explanation. Number one, for location of prey, if the density of the population is high in the nearby national park, let us take in Jim Corbett National Park, the density of tigers is quite high. So if the tiger number is high, you can imagine that the prey or the hunting animals availability will decrease. If you see in this case, Rajaji National Park has the low density of the tiger population. So number of tigers can accommodate easily here. That is number one. Number two, biodiversity will be strengthened if there is more diversity of animals in one place. You know very well, in environment, you have the concept of habitat. In habitat, you have several species sharing one area. That will be strengthened if the movement is high. That's the reason they will try to move here and there. And you know very well that tiger is the most important species in the food chain. So it can it can control the growth of some unnecessary, herbivores animals. I mean the animals which are affecting the plants. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we are going to see one of the burning issue, that is the cancellation or the banning of 2000 notes. In fact, the word banning is not correct to use. Right now, they are not banned. From September 23rd onwards, they will be no more legally tender. Immediately, people started to blame government, RBI, ATMs, banks, and whatever they want. But one should aware about what exactly happened on 2016 November 8th, the day which is right now called as Anti-Black Money Day. So 2016 November 8, around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Narendra Modi sir came to the media. I mean, he addressed the nation by stating, Bhai aur Behno, from आज रात से 500 यानी 1000 notes legally tender nahi ho jayega. Something like that he said. From then that officially bans the 500 notes and 1000 notes, and this is what happened. So if let us say currency which was right now in circulation was banned by government all of a sudden, people will suffer. Am I correct or not? Everyday transactions will stop. Business activities will stop. If business activities stopped, everything will spoil. For time being, so RBI in notification very clearly stated that is it is for time being. So to meet the requirement, These notes were given. So 2000 notes were given to meet the requirement, of the people. As economy was suffered because of demonetization, to meet the requirement, to meet the transactions, they launched this particular so-called 2000 rupees note. Okay, so the note was launched primarily to meet the circumstances of demonetization, and RBI decided that now it is satisfied with the level of other currencies in the market. You can see here the objective of introducing bank once met banknotes in their denomination became available in adequate quantities. So when it is available in adequate quantities, then it can be easily removed. So फिर एक बार मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, in a simple manner I will try to explain, try to understand. The note was introduced to meet the demand of the currency in 2016. RBI clearly decided that when there is adequate amount of currency, in other denominations, to help the economy, at that time the 2000 notes will be removed. So that is what exactly now RBI announced. Okay, the 2000 rupees note, which was introduced in 2016, was primarily to meet the needs of the economy in 2016. And they believed that when other notes replaced the economy, even RBI will cancel these notes. One should remember that according to RBI notification, from 2018 onwards itself, the printing of 2000 notes was completely stopped. So that is a simple thing I want to confirm to you. Okay, whether it is good or bad, I will discuss that also. But just have the logic behind the ban. I mean, logic behind the recalling 2000 rupees notes. So finally, the notes were no more. Clear? No? Why RBI? Why RBI cancelled the notes? Because it they were issued to meet the demand of the economy, and as the demand was met by the 2000 rupees notes and other notes also available to the public, there is no need. RBI believed that no need to have this note, and it was removed. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? So do you have any idea about RBI printing presses? RBI printing presses. Let me give you an information here. Please note it down. Okay. So RBI had two printing presses. RBI had two printing presses. One is RBI had two printing presses. One is Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited. One is Security Printing, Minting and Minting Corporation of India Limited. Security Printing and Minting of Corporation of India Limited. And this is under the Department of Economic Affairs of Ministry of Finance. So it is one thing. Second thing is Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudrana Private Limited. Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudrana Private Limited. Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. Located in four places. Located in four places. Mysore, Karnataka, Salboni, West Bengal. Mysore, Karnataka, Salboni, West Bengal. Mysore, Karnataka, Salboni, West Bengal. Some important examples. Okay. So just do remember that is there are two important things in printing currency. One is Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited, which is the Department of Economic Affairs. The RBI maintained its own thing of printing currency, that is Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudrana Private Limited. Four places we have things: Mysore, Karnataka, Salboni, and West Bengal. Am I clear? So where notes will be produced and types of notes printing exist in India. Shall I go to the next topic of the same article?
So I have a doubt.
Yes.
So it was said in the news that notes will 2000 notes will be legal tender, but we should deposit it before 30th September. So what does
Yes.
that exactly mean? So it is a legal tender, then why you should deposit it?
As of today, it is legally tender, my dear. You can use for the transactions. After the specified date of RPA, they are not legally tender. They are nothing but simply some waste papers.
So it was
Okay,
mentioned
Anway?
that it will remain legal tender, but we should submit it before 30th September.
Correct. Today you can buy. See, the comparison is in 2016, the 500 rupees notes and 1000 rupees notes immediately not legally tendered. After the announcement itself, lot, I mean, midnight of that particular 8th November, they are no more legally tendered. Okay. Whereas not the same situation with the 2000 rupees notes. 2000 rupees notes are legally tendered now. They will continue to legally tender up to September 24th. Understood? Hmm. So why we need a demonetization? First of all, what is this demonetization concept is about? It is decision of the government. Decision of the government or even central bank to revoke legally tender status to a currency note. To revoke legally tender status of a current currency note. Okay. To revoke legally tender status of a currency note. Most important thing I want to confirm to you is, so the most important thing I want to confirm to you is this demonetization should be happened in tandems with the RBI Act. Government cannot announce demonetization as per their wishes. It should be done by RBI Act. In fact, that became the problem in the recent Supreme Court judgment also. The recent Supreme Court judgment also, this became the very major issue. Okay. So now we'll try to understand. How demonetization, how demonetization is important. Why it is important to India? Okay. Can you remember the story of Jarasandh in Mahabharata?
From our, yes, sir.
I mean, Krishna advised Bhima to make this Jarasandh into two pieces, two halves. Two halves, one half is thrown away and the other half is thrown other side. You know why? Because it is very difficult to kill this person. So that is why he was split into two halves. This was the story mentioned by. This is the story mentioned by the Attorney General of India. This is the story. Attorney General of India, KK. Sorry, Venkat Ramani. Venkat Ramani to the Supreme Court by saying demonetization will help the country in tackling black money, corruption, and even money laundering. So one single stroke settled three issues: black money, and money laundering. Black money and money laundering. Okay, that's the reason we have this particular aspect. Okay, just a second. So here is the point I want to confirm to you that this. Just a second. Yeah. So this black money, this demonetization has some advantages and even disadvantages. So just focus on the advantages and disadvantages. Just a second. Yeah. So here is the point I want to confirm here. Uh, just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. So now black money, it will demonetization will help tackling black money and even money laundering. Two important things I want to confirm here. And further, it is not a new one. Demonetization happened in the past of Indian history also. It is not the first time Prime Minister issue. Okay. So around in 1978, okay, same kind of things was happened. And in Janata government also demonetized 1,000 rupees notes and 5,000 rupees notes and even 10,000 rupees notes were also banned at that time. So it is not new. India is witnessing the currency ban here. So one important announcement is whenever we have revoke of legally tender status, it is considered demonetization. Okay. What are the effects and advantages? Slowly you can understand one by one. So here one thing is it will take care about the criminal activities in the economy. Criminal activities in the economy meaning black money, money laundering, terrorist financing, all these issues can be tackled. Later, it can help the banking system with the genuine money, and it can also help the understanding the real currency level in the economy. So on and so forth are already there. You just have an idea about advantages and disadvantages. Focus about the advantages only, quite important for us. Okay. Next issue is Vietnam criticizing China and Philippines. Okay, China research ship in Philippines and near the borders of the Vietnam also. So this is the highly contested area as of today. No other region had such tensions in India except those people are located in this region. Hope my voice is very clear and I want to give you better information. Do focus. In the year 2013, this is the first island climbed by China, which are part of Philippines. Then India when China went on to other countries, Parasil Islands, and it went on to occupy Sparkly Island. Please look at these islands with your beautiful eyes. Okay, because these are very important locations for the examination point of view. Just remember them. So Parasil Islands, Scarborough Shore Islands, and Sparkly Islands. So it said that this traditional areas comes under one area called as 9-line. I repeat again. So 9-line is an imaginary line. In the imaginary lines brought by China based on their historical claims. Based on the historical claims, they brought this. China brought this. We are expecting 9-line question in every UPSC paper, but it is not coming. But in other exams, it came. It came a number of times. The same article came. Not one and two. Different exams at different levels asked regarding the South China Sea issue. Okay. So right now, Philippines rising concerns not very much important. Just have an idea about the countries within this region. Okay, for those who are writing prelims, give more attention towards this kind of stuff. Okay, that is one thing. We discussed about Quad. We discussed about new parliament building. I have to discuss that. So India now going to have a new parliament building. India now going to have a new parliament building. Article 79, Part 15 of Indian Constitution. Part 15 of Indian Constitution. Sorry, Part 5 of Indian Constitution. Sorry. Part 5, Article 17. What is Article 17? Article 17 mentions that India shall consist of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Hope you are following my narration very carefully because I'm going to give you the beautiful idea of parliament. Okay. So composition of parliament or the people who are part of parliament was mentioned in Article 80. In fact, Article 79 says about Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and the president. Okay. 79 was the amount spent by, sorry, 79 is a number, as I told you, that is talking about parliament. The 80 talks about composition of Rajya Sabha members. Composition of Rajya Sabha members. 80 talks about composition of, how many members in the Rajya Sabha elections? It talk about it. We talk about it. Okay, Council of Ministers. 81 talks about composition of Lok Sabha. Composition of Lok Sabha. Okay, so that is what is the role here? So we are supposed to be here Rajya Sabha in 79, Lok Sabha it is 81. The total number of Rajya Sabha capacity is 245, and here it is 550. Let us say. So this is the limitations of the Parliament with respect to for the appointment of the president. I mean, to the sorry, in the parliament composition, 79 Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are important. Now, why we need a new parliament? Why we need a new parliament is dependent on these particular issues. That is migrants. Migrants came and they are now giving competitions to the locals, and that became an issue. Apart from that, population rising like anything. Population rising like anything. Does anyone have an idea about a delimitation? Delimitation? Anyone? Delimitation process, or shall I have to explain it? Please let me know immediately. I
So
want your, yeah, please.
sir, I guess delimitation is basically the demarcation of an area on the basis of constituency, which are based on the number of electoral rolls, I guess.
Actually, delimitation is a general procedure which should happen in every constituency, and they will try to revise the population of the area. How they will do? Very interesting one. So they will see, let us say, this region of West Bengal is a Midnapur region, and this entire region population updated after the census, and then they will see whether this region will fit for the any mandal village or it is fit for any nothing else. Like that, they will decide. So I mean, they will decide this how many people are there here and how many are eligible to vote. So after every, just a second. So this delimitation will happen after every 10 years, after the census particularly. And this delimitation was first time happened in 1952. First time happened in 1952. Then 1963. And then we have 1973. So in 2002, we have Delimitation Act again. So delimitation is nothing but it will goes every 5 to 10 years. But the delimitation was freezed by one amendment. Okay. So delimitation was freezed by one amendment. Okay. Meaning some parliamentarians trying to give importance to the rising of population. So rising of population will create burdens over the burdens over the resources. Then government decided to stop the delimitations and everything. So Article 82, Article 82 talks about Parliament shall have delimitation after every census. Article 82 should be read with Article 170 because with respect to state assembly. With respect to state assembly, okay. And here is the important point I want to confirm to you that delimitation was freezed by one amendment. So today delimitation is not happening. Right now in 1971 only. Under 84th Amendment, it was stopped. I want to give you clarification regarding amendments and article. Article 82 talks about delimitation, and Amendment 84 stopped the delimitation process for certain years. Okay, until
Sir,
20,
excuse me, sir.
until 2026. Just a second. Until 2026, we don't have any delimitation in the pan India level. That is, up to 2026, no delimitation will happen in India. This is for a reason that that is, the state governments or the political parties should give priority to the population control. Unfortunately, some states successfully control, but some states not controlled it. But however, we know very well this is 2023. And the great president of India, one of the highly respected politician in India, Pranab Mukherjee, in one of his speeches mentioned that Indian Parliament will reach the capacity of 1,000 very soon. After this delimitation in 2026, if I'm not wrong, it will cross at least 700 plus. You know very well that, as I told you, the compositions of Lok Sabha, it is 80 and even 81. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, they are right now at 550 as a maximum capacity and 250 as a maximum capacity. It is going to rise in the coming days. As it is going to rise in the coming days, the right now parliament which was constructed by Edward Lutyens and Herbert Baker is not sufficient. So this is the one of the most important reason why we are going to have a new parliament. Okay, I repeat again, in the nearby coming years, we are going to have updation of delimitation. Right now, delimitation is in news with respect to Jammu and Kashmir and even Assam. They want to bring delimitation act there. But at the national level, we don't have delimitation as of today. Maybe soon we may have delimitation throughout the nation and we may witness rise of assembly constituencies around the India. So this is the typical information, background of the Central Vista, background of the new parliament building. People are criticizing government, wasting money in the construction of parliament, but construction of parliament is needed to accommodate the diversity of India and even to support the representative democracy. So in a simple step, I want to confirm to you that in 2026, the freezing of delimitation is going to end and updation of delimitation will happen, and this may rise the number of seats in India. That's the reason. One of the reason is to update. Apart from that, we have modernization issues and everything. In my point of view, all those comes under the secondary section. This is the most important one. Now, I guess one person is having a doubt. Go ahead with your doubts, my dear friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So little bit of clarity was needed. Basically, it means that more number of seats have to be incorporated because of there is proportional representation, and is it applicable for both state level elections and as well as central level elections?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See, in Andhra Pradesh, in my own state, previously we have only 13 districts. Now, assuming that very soon we may witness, by 2026, witness rise in number of constituencies. Our government multiplied 13 into 2. Right now, we have 26 districts. So every state will go such changes, because you know very well that throughout the Andhra Pradesh, let us say today we have 175 MLA seats. I mean, legislative assembly constituencies. And this 175 will have same number of voters. So they will try to delimit the territorial constituencies in a position that the number of voters the ratio will be more or less same. That is how they will try to delimit. It's a typical process, my dear friend. I hope your polity faculty will help in that. But I gave you better idea about, I mean, a basic idea about what is delimitation, why Central Vista project is needed. Article 79, 80, 81 are quite important with respect to this. 84th Amendment is important for us to understand the freezing of the Delimitation Act. I hope I'm clear with all this stuff. Need response so that I can go for the next article.
Yes,
Right. I think last class we discussed about location of Myanmar's and Rakhine province. I would like to give you brief outlook about who are these Rohingyas. So Rohingyas are Muslim community members, part of Rakhine province of Myanmar, and they are facing some kind of inconvenience, insecurity in their place, and they started to migrate. They settled in Cox's Bazar last year. It was fueled by high population. Population is rising like anything. So now there is one more island which I am unable to find in the internet. Bashan Char. Bashan Char Island is there. India is not accepting Rohingyas. So India is morally not bound to do also, because we haven't signed the 1951 Refugees Convention. Refugees Convention. That's the reason we are not in a position to help the people who are in the bad situation. So we don't need to focus about them. So there is new two islands. Cox's Bazar is one island, and Bashanchar is one more island. India is not leaving them alone. India helped them with basic food and drugs and medicines. It is called as Operation Insaniyat. Operation Insaniyat to help the Rohingyas. Operation Insaniyat. Am I clear? Okay.
Sir,
Yes, Roshmi. Any doubt, my dear?
no, sir.
Okay. Papua New Guinea Prime Minister, I think from last night he is in news like anything. So he became hot topic as he took blessings from the Prime Minister Modi sir. So his name is James Marape. James Marape. I guess most expected question in the coming days exams. Most expected question. And he is almost elected to the president in the recent past. So the currency is Papua New Guinea, Kina. The capital is so-called a port city. Here you can see Port Morris Bay. Port Morris Bay is the capital. Okay, just have an idea. James Morris Bay is the capital. Just have an idea. These islands are important because in news because of Chinese expansion, and that's it. Okay. Clear. Next is two dead in sunken Chinese vessel. Indian Navy deploys 981 for searches. So there is an important thing that two people died in sunken Chinese vessel. And this is very interesting one. Now India is helping them. Let us wait and watch for the next developments. P81 is very important one for even surveillance. For that only it is important one. Rest of it is not very much important. Okay. For surveillance, P81 is important. Do remember that. Only for surveillance. Clear? So we have RBI regulations for green deposits. One of the most expected MCQ in economics this year is green deposit. Okay, green deposits. Okay. So what do you mean by green deposits concept, which was widely circulated in the news with respect to economy? Okay. So do remember that green deposits are those economic functions of the banks which were given to energy efficiency to ensure any investment energy efficient is one thing, and encourage projects in renewable energy like that, and encourages projects to the renewable energy. So finally I can tell you, green financing or green deposits aiming to stabilize environmental environmental stabilize environmental projects. This is the most important stuff regarding to green deposits. Rest, you can remember, you may not remember, but this stuff is very important to remember. Just have an idea. Question times. Let us work out on the questions, please. Question number 1.
So Malabar.
Absolutely correct. Malabar is India USA exercise in 1993. 2015, Japan added. In 2019, Australia added. Done. Next.
So I guess China.
Absolutely correct. China is one of the most important stuff. Next, please. This question you haven't, in fact, I haven't discussed it. Any guess? Chief designer of Central Vista project.
So Vimal Patel.
Absolutely correct. Bimal Patel is correct. Bimal Patel is the person who designed the old parliament.
The British, so something with
Ah,
E.
yeah. So Herbert Baker and Edward Littins, they designed it. Who opened it? In fact, in 1927, it was opened by Lord Irwin. Lord Irwin opened the old parliament, and this time it is going to be opened by Prime Minister. It's a proud moment for him, for his lifetime. Okay, that's it. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the class. And as usual, you know very well what I need your feedback. वो कैसे है ऐसा है ठीक है. So absolutely thank you so much. And as I told you, we are going to reach the prelims, whatever it can be, attempt with heartful preparation. We'll see how things will go. Okay, don't worry about result, just give the attempt, and take care. You have a good rest, and all the very best. I'll talk to you after prelims. After your prelims, I will talk to you. And thank you so much once again. Thank you, and Jai Hind and Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.